Jesse Palmer, and guys can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Iowa State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Fowler. Firing deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Oregon's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to run for it. The Ducks will move the sticks.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
7, Iowa State, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. That running back looks as if he'd be at home in the receiver room with that footwork along the sideline.
Yeah, Reese, this defense is going to have their hands full because this is a complete running back. He's not good just blocking or running with the football, but he can catch it as well.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Might as well give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Buys a little time. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon!
Touchdown, Oregon.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
0.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Back to throw, it's Fowler. Finds his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and in.
Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. He's picked up 49 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Going to the running game. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Running the red zone. It's Hendricks. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. How are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Clemson. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The give out of the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
To the air, it's Fowler. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Hard work pays off. Offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. Having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Throws to the back. Got his man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt.
On to kick it away.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He now has 80 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And the defense came into this game knowing they were going to have to stop this guy getting handoffs, but also catching the ball. Nice job rallying to him out in the flat, making a nice tackle.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 10.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. After the short completion, it's now second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Fires to the right. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. They go to the ground. Bust through behind his pad. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
To the air. It's Fowler. Quickly complete.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Iowa State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And the Cyclones decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed, and the returner will be dragged down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Trying to barge in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Southern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Fowler. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he breaks into the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cyclones! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. Listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cut into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Get set. Alert.
Trying to get the corner. Still running at the 40. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Jukes his way for more. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Off play action on 1st down. He lets it fly. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
Complete to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Oregon.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Ames.
The Cyclones will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Floats it out in space. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Cyclones have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Trying to get to him. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Dropping back, it's Fowler. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Takes it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Touchdown, Oregon. And the route is on.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 12 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete in the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Hand off from the shotgun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Give to the running back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Cyclones will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
Oregon offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. They'll leave it with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Running behind that left side. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Cook. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
At the 15, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They'll keep it on the ground. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Cook. Getting some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch right at the 50. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now.
This one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Fowler. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Second down coming up.
And here comes the offense on second down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sandoval. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Ducks are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. It's complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Cook. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Extending the play. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. Actually, you probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Offense gets set for second down. Scanning the field, it's Fowler. Pocket starts to collapse. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. And the returner is stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially
Running toward the tape. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
Get set, get set.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
The running back carries the ball. Gains of 4. Second down coming up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Line getting set on second down.
Here we go.
Try to get it to the edge. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll try to slam it in. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Iowa State sending the offense back out. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game.
He's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.